Hello, folks. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to the Ranch Family Show. It's great to see you. I'm John Griggs, and with me is my co-host, Mackie Griggs. Howdy, Mackie. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good, good. We're from Maggie Creek Ranch, which is just west of town here, and we're grateful to see all you folks here today. Got a great show coming. Yep. Have you had a good gathering so far? Yeah, good. That's good to hear. Good to hear. It's the Western Folklife Center always outdoes themselves, but it's been pretty neat to have the Italian buckaroos here, Mackie. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, I heard some music.
You did?
Yeah.
Heard some Italian buckaroo music?
Yeah.
How was that?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Except Italians are harder to understand than Texans, though.
That's right. They are. It's like they have a different word for everything, huh?
Well, except for pizza, though.
Except for pizza, that's right. Pizza is pretty much universal, right? Right. Mackie, did you know that today this show's also being broadcast on the internets?
Oh, you mean live cybercast?
Live cybercast. Yeah, I don't know what you said there, but yeah, that's right. So big shout out to those folks. Good to have you with us, and good to have you folks here with us today as well. We're Mackie and I are. We think that we feel sorry for you folks here today because it's going to be a good foot stomping, rocking show today, and you folks are having to sit in your seats. Mackie and I will probably be swing dancing behind stage, huh?
Yeah, until we break something.
Until we break something, yeah. Well, Mom's not here.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, folks, if you'll indulge me, Shelly and Wyatt, Mom and brother, are in Wendover playing basketball today, so. If you just indulge us here for a sec, we'll do a quick thing for Mom. Thanks. Thank you. Ma'am, you had your eyes closed. One more. Okay. All right, we're good.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Thanks. Well, Mackie, who are we bringing out first?
The first girl is an 18-year-old. She's a singer and a songwriter. She raised 2 Mustangs, and she's a 4-H'er. I bet she does a lot of record book stuff.
I bet her record book's pretty impressive, huh? Where's she from? Collin, Texas?
Yeah.
Collin County, Texas, right? Yeah. Yeah, we've been enjoying this young lady on YouTube. She's blown her YouTube up here lately. She knows every song I like.
Well, the good songs that you like, at least.
Well, yeah, the good songs I like, yeah. Who have we got?
Please welcome Kristyn Harris.
Kristen Harris.
I'm going to start with a Michael Martin Murphey song that kind of sums up this show. Way before the sun comes up, already on his second cup, he's looking out across the open sky. The streaks of orange, pink and gray wash over rows of new mown hay. The rangeland fills a cowboy's heart with pride. He rises slowly from his chair. His back is stiff, grays in his hair. He spent a lot of long days in the sun, but he ain't one much to complain. He saddles up and takes the reins and rides hard till his working day is done. And you can see it in the eyes of every woman and man in America's heartland, living close to the land. There's a love for the country and a pride in the brand in America's heartland, living close to the land. The sun is high overhead. She's been 8 hours out of bed, and she's still grow deeper than the words of any sage. That unless you plow the earth, planted seeds, or given birth, the human heart can never come of age. And you can see it in the eyes of every woman, man, in America's heartland, living close to the land. There's a love for the country and a pride in the brand, in America's heartland, living close to the land, in America's heartland, close to the land. Thank you. I have 3 horses at home, and a couple of them I've trained, and they inspired me to write this song. Co-wrote this with a dear friend, and it's kind of about different experiences I've had with my horses and all the things they do. So this is called What a Horse Has Gotta Do. A horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do. Dignified and graceful, but kinda goofy too. 1,000 pounds of might, but you hightail at the sight of a crumpled back that flew by. A horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do. Nothing's gonna change the way you think that's true. You may not believe it so, but you'll never really know what a horse has gotta do. I think you roll in muddy ground, just so I'll have to rub you down. And when you get a bath, you make sure I get one too. I get as wet as you. A horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do. Ain't no use of telling you that that ain't true. You may not believe it so, but you'll never really know what a horse has gotta do. You let the cat sleep on your back. You lift the latch and raid the feed room sack. You love blowing bubbles in the water trough and scratching your belly on a bush till the hair comes off. A horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do. I won't forget the tender gaze I had from you, with a starry night so clear, velvet muzzle on my ear. When my heart was breaking, a horse has gotta do what a horse has gotta do. Bucking in the springtime when blue bonnets bloom, galloping a greeting when I come home to you. That's what a horse has gotta do. That's why I love you, and what a horse has gotta do. Thank you. Well, when I first started singing and playing guitar about 4 years ago, this was one of the very first songs I learned, and it's still one of my favorites. It originated as a sea shanty. It's a very old melody, and it got into Cowboy Life. Well, it was Bury Me Not on the Lonely Sea, and it got into Cowboy Life and became Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie. And Carson Robeson came along and decided that was just too sad, because cowboys love their land. So he changed it to Carry Me Back to the Lone Prairie. I'm a roaming cowgirl, far away from home, far from the prairie where I used to roam, where the doggies wander and the wind blows free. Oh, my heart lies yonder on the lone prairie. Oh, carry me back to the lone prairie where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free. And when I die, you can bury me beneath the western sky on the lone prairie. Give me back my saddle, give me back my gun, give me back my bronco that I used to run. Let me spread my blanket by a peaceful stream, hear the cowboys singing by the campfire's gleam. Oh, carry me back to the lone prairie where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free. And when I die, you can bury me beneath the western sky on the lone prairie. And when I die, you can bury me beneath the western sky on the lone prairie. Oh, carry me back. It's time to speed things up a little, and I'm going to squeeze my yodel in here before Wiley comes and yodels your socks off, so. Or boots off. I guess the boots have to come off first. But this is the first song I ever wrote, and it's called Yodeling Fever because I had just learned to yodel and found it was so much fun that I couldn't stop. So I think the yodeling bug bit me. My voice has gone all wrong, you see. I can't talk, can't say hello. All I can say is, hey-oh. It must be the yodeling fever. I've got it now, there's nothing I can do. It must be the yodeling fever. I just yodel all day long, yodel then I sing a song. I can't stop, it drives me on that yodeling fever. Why don't you learn to yodel too? It really ain't so hard to do, and pretty soon you'll have the flu, that yodeling fever. It must be the yodeling fever. I've got it now, there's nothing I can do. It must be the yodeling fever. Thank you. I'm gonna do just a couple more songs here, and Wiley will come on. But this is a song written by Randy Houston, who's a friend of mine and a wonderful songwriter and cowboy singer. And he recently let me record this. I just released it on my brand new album. And I have an older horse. He was my first horse. He's 27 years old now, and I'm singing this for him. So. While other girls stared out the window and dreamed, you helped make mine come true. We climbed over mountains, followed the rivers, nothing we couldn't do. Seems like yesterday we rode the big circle, and I thought it never would end. it doesn't seem fair that I've gotten stronger while time is no longer your friend. And I must have a guardian angel watching whatever I do. I'd loan you my angel, but then again maybe my guardian angel was you. You carried the brand of a pretty good ranch, but mostly you carried me. And I hope that I've been 1/10 of the friend that you turned out to be. Well, I know it seems selfish, still I can't help it. I don't want you to go, though we'll meet again at the end of my trail when my angel carries me home. And I must have a guardian angel watching whatever I do. I'd loan you my angel, but then again maybe my guardian angel was you. Yes, I'd loan you my angel, but then again maybe my guardian angel was you. Well, I have one more song, and over the last year, I have been real fortunate to play lots of music that I love and travel around a lot to do it. And so I'm going to do this song for you, and you probably have heard it, and you're welcome to sing along. I was toting my pack along a dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a hind canvas covered load. And he said, if you're going to Winnemucca with me, you can ride. So I climbed up in the cab and I settled down inside. He asked me, have you seen a road with so much dust and sand? And I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man, breathed the mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, La Palma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocopilla, Barranquilla, Amberdilla. I'm a killer, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallahassee, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee, Tennessee, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil Lake, Critter Lake, Sweet Lake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Greenville, Gatesville, Gainesville, Alameda, Kerrville, Taylorville, Bastrop, Bentonville, Somerville, Smithville, Stephenville, Prairie View, Livermore, Longview, Plainview, Adelaide, Justin Junction, Paramount, Pasadena, Angelina, and Lorena City. What I mean, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkburg, Grubburg, Colorado, Ellenburg, Rexburg, Riverside, Eldor, Larimore, Armor, Havertraw, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Bleecker, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, City, Dodge City, Wetpity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share. I've been everywhere. Thank you so much. Am I free to unplug?
Kristyn Harris.
Thank you.
That's a bundle of talent right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nice work. Gosh, that was good, huh? I don't even know what she said there, that last part. You suppose she does? Yeah. See, we got the old Chevy behind us, Mackie. Did you see that? Remember that from last year, the old Chevy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Folks, we're just waiting on parts. As soon as we get parts, we'll get her fixed up and get out of here. We're happy to have you folks here with us. Happy for you ranch folks that made her in today, and happy for you city folks that joined us today. Happy for the Western Folklife Center that puts all this together. Hope you folks are a member of that deal, Western Folklife Center. You can do that if you're not, westernfolklife.org. Help keep this deal going. Another deal that helps keep this deal going is the Nevada Cattlemen's Association. You can be a member of that online as well.
Are you the vice president of that?
Why, yes, I am the vice president of the Nevada Cattlemen's Association. Thank you. Yeah.
Isn't that like a big deal or something?
I suppose it's a fairly big deal, yeah.
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 Can I get applause for him?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't expect that at all, Mackie. Thank you. Oh, phew. I'm embarrassed now. Thank you. Well, next, these men here with us are going to keep the love alive here. We've got Wylie and the Wild West here. Mackie, do you know what, besides all that music we've been listening to, do you know what Wylie's done?
I don't think so.
I'll give you a hint. Yeah.
He jammed his finger.
No. Didn't jam his finger, no.
He stepped on a Lego.
Didn't step on a Lego, no.
A calf kicked him in the...
Mackie, no. No, that's not it. No, think internet. Think about internet, yeah.
Oh, didn't he invent the Yahoo website?
Well, that's right. He did invent the Yahoo website. I'm sure that's right. Yep. Folks, we've got Wylie and the Wild West, Wylie Gustafson, Eric Gustafson, Shane Queener, young Sam Platt, and who else am I missing? We've got Rick Bryson. There we go. Please.
Myra and Florin were through, would turn off the TV, and Dad would grab his guitar and start singing to us. So, but I come from a horse country, from a horse culture up in northern Montana. And I grew up around horses, loving horses, and to me they're really just a reflection of God's grace, of God's beauty. And so I'm going to start off the set with an ode to the ride. God the mighty architect, a noble beast, he did perfect, with delicate ear and arching neck, and hooves that dare to fly. To the stirrup I am drawn, freedom found and faith reborn. I'm carried through the raging storm to revelation's door. Oh, 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 to ride, oh, what heaven to ride. How I yearn to hear the song, the rhythmic roll, the thrilling thrum of feet that echo like a drum, an anthem to my soul. Ring of spur and rattle of bit, my heart treasures every trip as across the sod we wheel and rip, wind roaring in my ear. Oh, 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 to ride, oh, what heaven to ride. When I die, lay me down deep beneath the prairie ground, where the horses graze all around, casting shadows upon my bones. And I'll take that final ride up across the great divide, forevermore to be astride on a gallop to the stars. Oh, 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 to ride, oh, what a heaven to ride, to ride, to ride, oh, what a heaven to ride. Thank you very much. Well, it was wonderful growing up in northern Montana. And the one thing I've figured out about the West is we all have our different little things, different little cultural peculiarities. You know, we're from northern Montana, the Highline up on the northern tier, and there's a lot of Scandinavian blood up there, some German blood, and polka music really goes over up north. And that's what I grew up with at 8 o'clock, actually about 7:57 every morning, KSEN up in Shelby, Montana. They aired a polka song. And so if you heard the polka song and you weren't on the bus, you were late. That's how we kept time. And if you hear the polka song and the cat wasn't fed, you were late. So I wrote a song about the Highliners and the polka called the Highline Polka. Yeah! Everybody polka. Up in old Montana, south of the medicine line, it gets mighty chilly come wintertime. But we stay warm, kicking up a storm to the rattle of the Highline Polka. Highline Polka gives me happy feet. I go plumb loco when I hear that beat. Give me a big northern girl with a whoop and a whirl, and we roll to the Highline Polka. Like two playful deer, we skip along, rocking to the rhythm of that old-time song. Bass drum pounding, we go round and round and whipping wild to the Highline Polka. Highline Polka gives me happy feet. I go plumb loco when I hear that beat. Give me a big northern girl with a whoop and a whirl, and we roll to the Highline Polka. Yodel, yodel, everybody polka. Give me a yah, 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 yah. You betcha, them Highline fillies sure can hoop-de-doo, bouncing like a bunch of blooming kangaroos, knees knocking high, heads up in the sky. What a sight, that Highline Polka. Highline Polka gives me happy feet. I go plumb loco when I hear that beat. Give me a big northern girl with a whoop and a whirl, and we roll to the Highline Polka. Yes, we roll to the Highline Polka. All right, thank you. Thank you, we're having a great time. It's an honor to be here, and I love Love being able to have been raised up on a ranch. You know, my dad, he had a character development program is what he called it. And to me, it was just a 400-acre hayfield with 60-pound bales, a few thousand of them, quite a few thousand that needed to be picked every summer. And Dad had 4 boys that could do it, so that was our character development program. And let's just say we were happy when we graduated high school and could run off to college. So I wrote a song about that too. It's called 200 Tons. Well, the muleskin apron hanging down. We're chasing that wagon round and round. Sam Platts. Sam Platts on the electric guitar. And my big brother Eric on the harmonica. All right. Well, we wouldn't be ranchers if we didn't have our good neighbors to kind of spur us along every once in a while. So this is the verse about the neighbor. Well, now the neighbor's been using his fancy machine. Well, he picks them up slick and stacks them up clean. Yeah, but he's getting fat and we're staying lean. Only 200 ton to go. 200 ton to go. That's right. Hey, 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 stack them right. Keep them square and pack them tight. When April comes around, you're gonna see the light, yeah. 200 ton to go, that's all, boys. 200 ton to go, we'll be done next week. 200 ton to go, then you gotta feed them out this winter. 200 ton to go. Okay, got our guitars tuned up. Got to crack out my Capriola's guitar strap. What do you think of that? Yeah, doubles as a guitar strap, and in the summer I go strap my saddle on my cutting horse with it, and it works pretty good. So, right, well, we come from the North Country. That's our country, up on the Two Medicine River, up next to the Canadian border. Milk River country, Two Medicine River, Badger Creek, Birch Creek, Marias River. It's our country. And beautiful country up there, God's country. Not much up there besides that good summer grass. You can put a calf on it. 6 months, he'll be 650 pounds. There's no other grass in the world that packs on the weight like that grass up there. And in my humble opinion, I could be wrong, and this point could be argued. There's no better women than those North Country women. If you're traveling the North Country Fair, where the wind hits heavy on the borderline. Remember me to one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine. Please see for me that her hair's hanging down. It rolls and falls all down her breast. Please see for me that her hair's hanging down, for that's the way I remember her best. If you go when the north winds blow, when the rivers freeze and the summer ends, please see for me that she's wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind. Well, if you're traveling the North Country Fair, where the wind hits heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine. Yes, she once was a true love of mine. Thank you. Well, one of my favorite things to do as an artist, as a songwriter, when I came to Elko 16 years ago for my first appearance, I was just amazed at the quality of writing. Not only that, how the writing reflected the actual life that I grew up in and that I loved. I didn't know there was this music out there. I'd kind of gone off on a rock and roll band and was trying to be Keith Richards for a while there. And that'll never leave me. It's in me. It's got to come out. But it was great to come back home to a lyric that actually spoke about how I felt deeply about things. And also a lyric that saw the sense of humor in the West. We all have that. If we've lived out here enough, you got to have a sense of humor, especially around Mother Nature. And you got to figure out pretty soon that you're not the one in control. If you don't figure that out, you don't last in ranching. So I wrote a song, kind of a fun little song. Again, it's just experiences that happened to me 2 summers ago up on my brother's ranch on the Two Medicine River. I'm the guy that helps them, take the 15-mile trip up to the summer pasture and back down again in the fall. I'm there at branding, but I disappear. Somehow I disappear at calving time and heifer time. Disappear for a month and go to Elko. But when I'm there, I'm starting to loosen up a little bit. Well, now the cows are out up on Highway 89. Someone left the gate open for the 17th time. Well, you saddle up your colt. He's a little bit green, acting kind of humpy lately, building up some steam. You kick him in the belly to get him past the cow. Got to buck up and huck it, 'cause you're dancing on the clouds. Yodeling, woo, woo, my yodeling. Adiole, woo, woo, my yodeling. Adiole, woo, woo, my yodeling. Ready now, buck up and hug it. Come on, bring it on. Hey cow, you now to the point. Get it up. Oh yeah, take it, Eric. Brother Eric. All right. Well, I always like to write the song. Actually, I write the verse about the neighbor. He always gets into my songs. Well, it's 5 a.m., the telephone rings. It's your neighbor to the west, just awakened from a dream. Says the steer you've been missing for the last 3 years is now grazing in his garden, nibbling on the ears of his grand prize corn. He starts in the bitch and I say, buck up and huck it, bub, your fence needs fixing. Oh, hey, woo, woo, my yodeling. Adiole. I can't believe they pay us for this. This is fun.
We're getting paid.
No, we're paying them. You owe them $100, Eric. In fact, just give it to me. I'll make sure they get it. All right. You know, this lifestyle that we all love, that kind of gets in our bones and it won't leave us, won't let us alone. Even in the worst times, it's absolutely worth it. Couldn't think of doing anything else. That's how strong this pull is to this lifestyle, this culture. To see these young kids and this young generation coming into it, it's wonderful. I remember when I was a young kid, Dad would just put us out on these big 2-3 section pastures in the summertime, check through the steers. Dad would grass feed steers up on the Blackfeet Reservation. This was before we had the ranch up there. He had all these leases, just full of thousands of steers, and what a joy that was out riding beneath the shadow of the Rocky Mountains up just east of Glacier Park. We call it the East Slope. It's a little cold in the winter, but when summer comes, it's like being in heaven, especially on horseback. That's what this song's about. It's called Raving on the Wind. We roll out before the morning light. It's a brand new day. Lucifer is shining bright, showing us the way. Oh, little baby Mary's shaking her bit. She knows where they're hiding, weaving through the willows. Yeah, we be riding like a raven on the wind. Whoa, whoa, like a raven on the wind. Whoa, whoa. Ease down, ease down. Just sit back in your saddle. See, we're gonna circle round, circle round, circle round. Punch up them cattle. Oh, we're gonna punch them up. Gonna punch them up. Ooh, yeah. Ducks flushing off the beaver pond. Wings sing rat-tat-tat-tat. Such a beautiful disruption. Just lay back, like a raven on the wind. Whoa, whoa, like a raven on the wind. East Slope Revival. We roll to the swing and the sway. Unfold your tattered wings and let your soul slip away like a raven on the wind. Raven on the wind. Like a raven on 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 the wind. Whoa, whoa, like a raven on the wind. Whoa, whoa, like a raven on the wind. Thank you. Here's another song we used to sing in the Gustafson living room. We had a sister, 4 brothers and 1 sister. And she was our older sister. She had to dance with every one of us boys at least once or twice every evening. Dad would play the guitar. And we'd dance around the living room, clear out all the furniture, and dance until her tongue was hanging out. Time to do the buffalo dance. Well, I know a gal with a hole in her stocking. Her knees are a-knocking, her feet are a-rocking. I know a gal with a hole in her stocking. She danced by the light of the moon. Sing along with us now. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? Everybody sing along. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light? Keep it going now. Yeah, Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? All right, that felt good. You guys having fun yet? All right. Thank you to the volunteers. I haven't said that these last 3 days, but let's have a round of applause for all the volunteers that make this happen. And if you ever see one wearing their badge, make sure you personally thank them, because that's what makes these things go. All right, how many horse folk do we have out there in the audience? All right. This one's for you. It's called When I'm Riding, I'm Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. A better life, I don't know. Every night a picture show, mountains painted by the setting sun. Yeah, I'm one lucky son of a gun. Woo! When I'm riding, I'm right. I'm a happy cowboy. Wind in my face and my pony at a lope. My reins are loose and my cinches tight. I'm on top of the world. When I'm riding, I'm right, all right. You know what I'm talking about. There's some people call it hippotherapy. Well, now a good cow pony has no fear. Every trip to the neck of that wild running steer. The brush is popping as we duck and dive. My heart is pounding and I feel so alive. When I'm riding, I'm right. I'm a happy cowboy. A wind in my face and my pony at a lope. My reins are loose and my cinches tight. I'm on top of the world. When I'm riding, I'm right. Take it down. Oh, that's Sammy on the steel guitar. Swing it down there. Well, now I don't ride for money, I don't ride for fame, don't ride for fortune, no I don't. But my horse is food and my land is fame. Oh, and too, I'm living a dream. Yeah. Woo, woo. When I'm riding, I'm right, I'm a happy cowboy. A wind in my face and my pony at a lope. My reins are loose and my cinches tight. I'm on top of the world. When I'm riding, I'm right. I'm on top of the world. When I'm riding, I'm right. Oh. Thanks a lot. Thank you. All right, I'm so proud of my my new band here. Rick's been with me for a long time, about 10 years now. Rick Bryson back here on the drums from Spokane, Washington. And over here to my left, all the way from the Nashville, Tennessee area, please welcome Shane Queener. Yes, Natalie dressed, I may add. And over here to my right, my brother Eric Fingers Ray. When he's not picking, he's a math teacher, Algebra 2 up in Conrad, Montana. The kids are wondering where he went Thursday and Friday, and he's going to have to tell them Monday all about it. All right, and over here to my far right, 22 years old now. Holy smokes, he's getting old. Please welcome Mr. Sam Platts from Saratoga, Wyoming. All right, the Wild West Cowboy Band. And I have a secret weapon that I'm going to unleash right now. I don't do this very often, but he said he'd give me a couple $100 if I let him sing a song. So please go ahead and sing one for us, Sam.
Do an old Ernest Tubb one here. Thanks a lot. I got a broken heart. That's all I've got. You made me cry, and I cried a lot. I lost your love. Honey, thanks a lot. You wanted a fool, and I played the part. Now all I've got is a broken heart. We loved a little and laughed a lot, and you were gone. Well, honey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I got a broken heart. That's all I've got. You made me cry, and I cried a lot. I lost your love. Well, honey, thanks a lot.
Give me $300 just for showing me up like that. Actually, Sam has his own band up in northern Idaho where he lives now. I would love to see Sam come to the gathering next year with his band, and we could both play. And he has a great little dance band. So one of my intentions was just to let the folks know out there how a great singer he is, and he can do this all night long. Honest to goodness country, the way it's supposed to be played. Sam Platts over there. All right.
While he's taking some time, I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's watching Cybercast in Fort Myers, Florida. How cool is that? Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. We got time for a couple more songs here. Thank you for spending the afternoon with us, and you've sure been good to us. Thank you, Kristyn Harris. Great young talent. And I got one of these urges that I need to get rid of, and it is an urge to yodel. Our number one downloaded tune on iTunes. Hadi-ole-iti, yodel-iti. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yodel boogie. Taking Sammy on the steel guitar. Hi-da-dee-da-day, oh-da-dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, oh-da-dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, oh-da-dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, oh-da-dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, dee. Hi-da-dee-da-lo, dee-da-day, hi-da-dee-da-lo, dee. Boogie! All right, this is fun. It's not even Saturday night yet, and look at how we're going. That's the way it's supposed to be. Thank you, ranch families, for coming out here, and God bless you all, and God bless this wonderful lifestyle that we get to live, and hopefully we'll see you next year. Spread the word. That's the crowds have been down a little bit the last few years in the gathering. I think we need to start talking to friends and letting them know what a wonderful time we had here at Elko. How about that? Give us a round of applause for the Cowboy gathering of all Cowboy gatherings. All right. Well, I'm going to do one that me and my good friend Paul Zarzyski wrote. Of course, Paul's an ex-Bronx rider, and he loves to write songs about his rodeo lifestyle. He told me he knew a guy once that got bucked off quite a bit and had so many broken bones, that if you took all the x-rays of his career and put them together, you would have a major motion picture. Well, he's rock and roll for eons. He's a cowpoke, rolling stone, compound, and spiral fractures from 6 strawberry wrongs. He's a chiropractic snafu, an orthopedic wreck of spinal column fusion from his tailbone to his neck. Well, he's kinfolk to the missing link, Stone Age pedigree. A T-Rex twisting caveman began his family tree. He's a carbon-dated fossil, the tick that kicked off time, a wild and woolly mammoth wrestling relic past his prime. Well, he's a rough stock, a Frankenstein, stapled up and sewn. A bronc stomping, a honky-tonky, Indiana Jones. He's an X-ray motion picture, rodeo to the bone. Outside, here goes. Let's break it down. Well, with a tie rod in each femur, a ball joint in each hip, his doctor and mechanic had to form a partnership. Well, his forehead's now a 5, had titanium and screws. No other creature like him, not even in Lamoille. Hey! Well, he's a rough stock, a Frankenstein, stapled up and sewn. A bronc stomping, a honky-tonky, Indiana Jones. He's an X-ray motion picture, rodeo to the bone. Yeah, he's a rough stock, a Frankenstein, stapled up and sewn. A bronc stomping, a honky-tonky, Indiana Jones, he's an X-ray motion picture rodeo.